You know you've been thinking about it. Go ahead and subscribe now. You want to catch this every Friday. Let's get into this episode today. Hello, and welcome to Dating a Widow. Today's conversation is about not comparing. And I understand it can be challenging. My late husband, Mark, and I were together for 32 years. So when I started dating, I had to think about how fair would it be to another person if I were constantly comparing them to Mark? And how fair would it be to me if I didn't learn to create and understand a different standard for what I'm dating for now than what I was dating for with Mark? When I was dating Mark, I was 18. The things that I was looking for, what I expected from a significant other, was different because my life was different. Where I was at 51 years old and dating was definitely a different place than 18-year-old. So I had to think, if I was different, then what I was looking for was different. That was the first thing I had to consider. The next thing I considered is, what characteristics was I looking for in a person that I was going to date? Period. Regardless if they compared to Mark or not, but what did Tina want? I had to look at personality traits that were more in line that would work with me. What was important as far as faith? Heck, I'm tall, I'm 5'9". What are those height requirements? So I literally wrote out a list of items, characteristic, personality traits that aligned with who I am now. If you do that, that will be helpful for you to understand yourself and what type of partner would be good for you at this stage of your life. The third thing that I had to think about is, what were my non-negotiables? So yes, I wrote this elaborate list of what I wanted for me in this point in my life, but then I had to think, if they had all of these, but they didn't have these items, would that be okay? This line of thinking allowed me to consider another person and not constantly saying, well, Mark did this and I felt like this with Mark and I did this. I left Mark out of the equation and I focused on myself. So I know that if you focus on those three things, it'll give you an opportunity to think about who you are now, what type of partner would suit you well now, and eliminate you from having to compare your late spouse to somebody that you are dating now. But if you find that when you're on the date and you're thinking about how this person is speaking to you, the tone of their pitch in that interaction, realize they're a different person. Give them space to show up who they are organically. Give them space to be who they are and not compare. Let me know how it goes for you. I look forward to seeing you next Friday. Talk to you later. Bye.